Florida might look like paradise with beaches, palm trees, and Disney World, but it's also crawling with animals that can literally kill you. From giant reptiles hiding in the water to tiny bugs that sneak into your bedroom at night. These are the 10 most dangerous animals in Florida. Stick around because the last one is so small and sneaky, it might already be in your house. American alligator. First up is the king of the swamp, the American alligator. Imagine a dinosaur lounging in your local lake. That's our scaly pal. Florida alone has around 1.3 million alligators roaming its waters, which means they're as common as squirrels in some areas. These gators are huge. Adults can reach 15 feet long and nearly 1,000 pounds. They're packed with power. A full-grown gator has a bite force over 2,000 psi, strong enough to crush a car or snap a limb. One bite can shatter bones like twigs. Just so you know, Floridians have had a few unforgettable gator slam moments. There have been about 25 recorded fatalities from alligator attacks in Florida since 1948. Yeah, it's not zero. But before you panic, remember most gators don't want to bite you. They'd rather nap or watch Netflix on their log. Bull shark. Say hello to Florida's bull shark, the feisty swimmer with Jaws-level attitude. These sharks thrive in both salt and fresh water, which means they might join you for a swim in the ocean and your favorite fishing hole. Bull sharks grow to about 10 to 11 feet long and have a stout, muscular build that looks like an angry torpedo. They're seriously territorial. If you're splashing around in shallow water, they might think you're on their turf. Bull sharks are behind a big chunk of Florida's shark bite incidents. They're the reason shark warning signs are plastered on many Florida beaches. These guys were even the inspiration for the movie Jaws, and not without cause. One swift bite from a bull shark can remove limbs or worse. The good news is, sharks still avoid humans 99% of the time. But if you're swimming at night or in murky water, maybe skip the impromptu mermaid impersonation. Box jellyfish. Say hello to Florida's box jellyfish, a cube-shaped nightmare that's 95% water but 100% deadly. These transparent little lovelies float in warm coastal waters, tentacles trailing like ghostly ribbons. One brush with those tentacles injects venom that shuts down your heart and nervous system, often before you can even scream. Believe it or not, box jellyfish in Florida waters kill more people each year than sharks do. They're basically the ocean's walking, floating defibrillator. Imagine relaxing on the beach, then feeling a sting so intense you collapse. Boom, knocked out cold on the ocean floor. The key takeaway: if you see those jelly clowns dancing offshore, paddle fast in the opposite direction. Eastern diamondback rattlesnake. The eastern diamondback rattlesnake is basically a muscle-bound steel spring dressed in scales. This is not a garden variety snake. This fella can stretch out 6 to 8 feet long and carry 10 plus pounds of venomous muscle. You might spot its diamond pattern back and hear its tail shake like a dry maraca, warning you to back off. Don't ignore it. If you accidentally step on a diamondback or try to play footsie, it'll deliver a hemotoxic bite that starts eating your blood cells. In fact, if a diamondback decides to strike, about 10 to 20% of bites can be fatal without quick treatment. Picture your leg swelling to the size of a football while pain rockets through your body. Yeah, it's that bad. Rattlesnakes usually give a warning rattle, but one noiseless step is all it takes. When it's not posing for a monster snake calendar, the diamondback lounges in pine forests and scrubland. If you're hiking, keep your eyes peeled on the path and out of holes. And definitely don't try to hold one, even to prove a point on camera. Cottonmouth, water moccasin. Then there's the cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin, the swamp's quick draw snake. These guys hang out near lakes, rivers, and even roadside ditches, looking like a chunk of wet wood until they move. Most grow between 2 to 4 feet long, colored brown or dark olive to blend in. If you disturb one, it rears up and flashes the inside of its mouth, which is startlingly white, hence cottonmouth. Their real punch comes from venom. Cottonmouth bites can be incredibly painful and, if left untreated, fatal. They move quickly in water and can bite swimmers or waders. A terrifying detail: if you're bitten by a cottonmouth while swimming, you can get so paralyzed you might drown before getting to safety. Talk about a double whammy. So yes, cottonmouths hate to share, and they're world-class at giving unsuspecting visitors a surprise, but they are not aggressive hunters of people. They usually only bite when stepped on or annoyed. Moral of the story: keep your shoes on at the swamp spa. Florida panther. Meet the Florida panther, which sounds adorable but is actually a mountain lion in stealth mode. They weigh as much as a person, around 150 to 200 pounds, and stretch about 5 to 7 feet long from nose to tail. These big cats can sprint, climb, and pounce like your worst nightmare. In their heyday, panthers prowled all over Florida, but now there are only about 120 to 230 left in the wild. Good news for us, panthers pretty much avoid people. There have been 0 fatal panther attacks on humans in Florida history. They prefer deer and hogs for dinner, and they mostly come out at night. Still, an encounter would be no joke. One swipe with razor-sharp claws or teeth in its curtains. If you ever see one, give it respect from a safe distance. Think big house cat that could bench press you, not wild pet. So yeah, the panther is more majestic forest cat than will definitely eat you. Keep that in mind, and maybe don't go jogging through the Everglades at midnight wearing a suit made of bacon. Burmese python. Here slithers the Burmese python, a monstrous invader from Southeast Asia that's made Florida's Everglades its personal buffet. Imagine an 18-foot-long, 180-pound snake coiled in the grass. These giants are thick as a telephone pole and have no problem unhinging their jaws to swallow whole animals. They're not venomous, so instead they crush prey by wrapping around them tighter than a python hug. Burmese pythons are behind some crazy horror stories down here. They've been found with deer, pigs, even alligators in their bellies. And yes, humans are at risk too. There was that infamous case in 2009 where a nearly 9-foot pet python strangled a 2-year-old girl in Florida. That's right, an escaped pet snake that was 9 feet long killed a toddler. Yikes. Luckily, those giant pythons mostly stay in swamps hunting wildlife, but if you're in the Everglades and one crosses your path, do the sensible thing and run away or throw an energy bar at it. It probably prefers armadillo, but hey, better yet, call the python removal hotline. Yes, that's a real thing. Brown recluse spider. Alright, brace yourself for the creepiest entry, the brown recluse spider. This is the one you never see coming. It's small, only about the size of a quarter, light brown, and it often hides in shoes, boxes, or dark corners. What makes the brown recluse truly terrifying is its bite. The venom is necrotic, which means it literally kills your tissue and flesh. At first, you might barely notice, then a few hours later, the area around the bite starts turning black and feels like it's on fire. The wound can open up into a crater as skin and flesh die. If left untreated, some bites can cause severe damage or even organ failure. This spider only bites defensively, usually when you surprise it by putting your hand in its lair. But one bite is like the worst combination of sunburn and deep bruise, and it can keep hurting for weeks. So yeah, say a quick prayer when you pull on an old shoe or reach into that dark box. Think no recluse with every move. Southern black widow. Yes, she's black, she's glossy, and she wears a red hourglass like it's going out of style. The southern black widow is about ½ an inch long, but packs enough venom to ruin your day. A bite from a black widow injects potent neurotoxins that cause intense pain and muscle cramps. Victims often feel waves of pain moving throughout the body. Most people survive, thanks to hospitals and anti-venom, but the bite can make you feel like you're starring in a horror movie. Widows usually bite when disturbed, like sticking your hand under a rock where a spider family is minding their own business. If you find a shiny black spider with an hourglass on your porch, do not try to be Tarzan. Best move, back away slowly and let someone else handle the creepy task. Kissing bug. Meet the kissing bug, Florida's tiny stealth bomber. These insects are called kissing bugs because they like to sneak up and bite people on the face, usually your lips or the skin near your mouth. Charming, right? The real danger isn't the bite itself, it's what comes with it. They leave behind a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi, which causes Chagas disease. Chagas disease can be life-threatening. In its chronic phase, it can cause heart failure, digestive system damage, or other severe complications. You might not know you've been bitten until you notice swelling or a strange spot on your face. By then, the parasite may have already slipped into your bloodstream. This isn't an instant death sentence, but it's a silent threat that can ruin your health down the line. So basically, this bug's idea of romance is, let me give you a little midnight kiss, and also deliver a ticking time bomb parasite. They often sneak into homes at night through cracks or pet doors. If you spot one of these, just know it's a tiny assassin and maybe sleep in another room for a few weeks. Which of these Florida beasts would you least want to run into? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next wild one.